The first repair that I'll be doing is replacing a screw. Sometimes the constant opening and closing of a tempo causes the screw to become loosened. While sometimes we can just simply turn it, other times it's just simply not possible. So this would be in a case that it would be impossible to just tighten the screw. So the proper way to hold a screwdriver is not like a pencil. We want to hold it from here, which will help us quickly tighten or loosen our screw. So of course, the first thing we have to do is brace the frame against an edge. This not only holds the frame, but it also prevents the screwdriver from going into our skin if or when it slips. Okay. So I like to check every once in a while to see if we can just remove our screw simply by pulling it after it becomes loose. And now get a similar sized screw and begin to tighten. Make sure everything is aligned. Okay. Okay. So we would try our best to get a screw that's similar to the color of the frame. So for example, in this case, it's a black frame, a black silvery frame. So it would be best to avoid like gold screws since they don't really go with the frame. And it might be more noticeable that we did a repair. Okay, so again, we're putting it back on. Brace it very well. And instead of going to the left, now we're going to go to the right in order to tighten it. So placing my thumb here helps me brace the screwdriver against my thumb and be able to tighten much faster. There it is. If we find ourselves in a situation where we're unable to guess or we are not sure what size the missing screw is, then we can use a hole gauge to find, we put it through the barrel and we're able to find the diameter of the screw. we must also remember that the most common sizes for the screw sizes. So for example, for nose pads, the most common size is 1.0 millimeters. And then typically for like here, it's 1.4 millimeters. So since I already have these frames with me, I'll now be showing how to replace a snap-on nose pad. So there are special tools that can help us remove the snap-on nose pads. One of them is called the push-on pad plier, which can help us easily remove the pad. However, they're not really necessary. So in cases where it's really hard to remove it, we can just create a tiny little opening. Well, we can open this opening a little bit further just to push out the pad. Otherwise, we can just typically snap it off. The benefit of the push-on pad plier is that, so here, it helps remove the pads without really affecting the pad arm alignment. So in this case, I was able to remove them successfully, and I have my two nose pads here. So we're able to notice there's two different sides. Looks quite different on all four sides. So for example, this one in particular, it's flatter here, while this side is more curved. So this side that's curved, we want it facing the nose, while this side that is flatter, we want it to face the frame. In the cases of like these, then there's each side belongs to one side. So now that I've already removed the snap-on nose pads, so I just get my replacements and I snap it on. Since we're not using a push-on pad plier, then we must try our best not to really affect the pad arm alignment. So we have to hold it really well, always making sure that we're bracing the frame just so that nothing slips out of place.